The views expressed in the following program do not necessarily represent the views of this station or its management.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Good afternoon and welcome to another edition of Real People, Real Life from right here in Wichita, Kansas, America. And you know, we have a lot of fantastic people in and around here. And I just, real quick, my weekend was probably not nearly as fantastic as some of yours. And I did not get a chance to go to the T&O races. No. I wanted to go so bad, but of course we know that I had other obligations, but I really wanted to go. So a huge shout out to my friend Mitch Brown. My Southside buddy. You guys probably know Mitch. He did very well in the Harley Davidson Top Fuel. Oh. You know, so this is a flat track, you know, and that track, I can't remember. Mike had a record on there for a while. But, you know, these are the Harleys with the back tires like this. Back, you know, oh, yeah. And I mean, I always worked the nitrous cart. You know, they'd be like, Robin, grab the nitro. I'm like, okay. You know, and so I just grabbed the nitrous cart.
Well,
and no, this is serious top fuel, honey.
Yeah.
I do think that Mike still has the record of Sturgis, and I think that was 230. So, yeah, you've got a short amount of time.
That's 230 babes in the back of your bike. What?
So I didn't get to go, but I wish I could have. And somebody forgot to turn the phone off.
Finally, somebody got their phone off.
This is
real. This is real.
Yeah, see, this is how we know it's real. Exactly.
It's always me.
Yeah, well, anyway, shout out to everybody that was at T&O. I heard it was a great success as always, and I want to say, man, that was like the 20th annual. I mean, they've done this year and year and year and year and year. And it was really interesting. I did look back in some of the old archive pictures, and it was really cool to look at some of the old motorcycle, you know, racers, you know, 15 years ago versus now. And I'm like, dang, you guys are still doing this? Wow. Anyway, so just a little bit of the sprinkles of what's been going on around Wichita.
Sounds pretty good.
What's been going on around
Well,
here?
last night we were watching a movie, and about 2 o'clock in the morning, boom, all heck loose. Yeah. So we just turned off the TV, went out in the garage, opened it up, and just watched one heck of a beautiful storm.
Yeah.
Lightning, you know, thunder, rain. Our rain barrels got refilled again. That was awesome. So
I love your rain barrels.
Fantastic.
You liking those?
Yes.
I've seen the pictures, and I really do like those. Where'd you get
well,
those?
They're very high class. We got them from Home Depot online.
High class. They're so high class.
They're
I'm just kidding. He doesn't make me
They're very well designed mechanically. Even I could install them and did.
Nice.
So, and got the rebate money from the city. Thank you very much. Even though
tell me what
I'm
was
taking
that
money
rebate?
from the government. I'm sorry, it's true.
I'm a homeowner.
Hey,
but
think some of that, man.
No, it's a rebate. I don't.
You got money from the government? Hang on, high five again.
Yeah.
How's this work
Did
now?
you cash that thing yet?
Yeah, really.
Hold on.
Yeah. No,
I'm just kidding.
they don't send you money. What they do is they give
Right.
you. They just pay your bill for you.
Wait,
So yes, they
Wait,
don't.
what bill?
That's money.
Water bill, the rebate. So, in other words, I got a toilet installed. We did that too. And then we got 4 ring barrels. So that's 75 times 4 plus the toilet. All that money. They say, Don, you've got a credit on your account. Use the water. Well, we're not using the water. We're conserving everywhere we can. So it may be a while before we use that money up. By God, we got our government money.
I use $1,000 a month in water. So.
Wow. Well, the
Are you
rain barrels.
Goodness.
You have
Between all
no
the
idea how
property,
many thousands of gallons roll off your house every
I know.
time it rains.
I know. That was a nice storm, by the way. I know everybody's gardens and yards were loving it. You know, yeah, nice. We do have good storms here, you know. And then some are not so good, you know, and that's when you see the trees
I wasn't happy
down.
about last night. I was on the bike, and it wasn't supposed to
No.
rain.
Well, if you were
Exactly.
riding
No, it
on a
was
motorcycle,
totally-
then yeah, that's not a good thing.
Well,
That's not a
perhaps
good
you should
thing.
get a rebate for using rainwater to shower.
I think
Can
so.
you do that? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, if we
Does
can
that
get in the
qualify?
shower, yeah.
Depending on how much your neighbors will
I
put up
want
with
to know how to
it.
become a weatherman. I can make that kind of money and be wrong most of the time.
I know. We
My
have talked
neighbor's a
about that.
weatherman, Mr. Warren. He's
Yeah.
a weatherman.
Yeah.
So, very nice.
Oh,
guy.
I can point to a map on a green screen. It's raining over there.
I was
It's
gonna say,
sunny
what
over
are you
there.
talking about? I want to be a weather
There's a
girl.
lot of years of
I
hard
think I'd
work
be
put
good
into
at
that.
it.
And you'll
Now
be
for the weather. Tonight we'll have continued darkness with scattered sunlight in the morning.
You got it. I'm hired. You're hired. For
I
it.
think it's.
That's our official weatherman for real people, real life, right there.
Oh no!
I'm fired
no,
already.
Wait a minute.
You know,
No,
you haven't
that's-
even seen the
what's
outfit
that?
I made. It's a big sunshine with clouds
God.
and stuff. It's just that's the
I'm
outfit.
Are you
smiling
gonna do
already.
those little Jimmy Dean sausage commercials?
I'm telling you that where are you?
It's a smaller costume.
Yeah.
Well, you
God,
do the same.
some of this is yeah. I thought last week I was
You guys
watching
are
the show
trying
late-
not to be rotten today.
Yeah, you guys were like off the charts last week, and I'm still
I got
sitting
the
here
phone
laughing.
record now, so somebody's gonna have to beat me.
Oh my God. I got to
Oh, no.
break it down for 1 minute. Okay. One
Okay.
minute. All right. So the gist of Real People, Real Life, okay, is you're blessed every Tuesday and then on Saturday, and then we splatter it all over YouTube and everywhere that we possibly can, Facebook and everywhere. But you're blessed with us.
Yes.
We've been called the Fab Five before,
Oh, okay.
repeatedly, which I thought
By
was pretty
us,
funny.
but I mean.
No, actually, it wasn't by us. It
We're the
was by
Guardians of the
somebody else.
Galaxy. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, pretty much.
Great movie. Had it to drive-in last week.
So just in case, you're just tuning in, I had some people asking about this today. Don Landis, tell me a
Don
bit about
Landis?
yourself.
Well, Don Landis, community act. I like to call myself a community organizer, just to rub it in. But no, I was very much involved in the Just Vote No to Fluoride.
Right.
We helped do that.
Yeah.
We tried to do
We
something.
did really good on that.
We did.
We won.
Very well, thank you. We did
Crest
win.
has him on a hit list. So, yeah.
Yeah.
A number of people did. I actually met somebody who worked on the other side, and we had a nice talk about
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
I've done the Southeast,
Yeah.
and just I'm involved in local politics. So that's me. That's what
That's
I do.
you. That's you to a T. Joey? Joey Stone.
I just try to be real and be me. You know,
And you do that very well.
I do my Sundays and the occasional Thursday or Friday night. Programming for Bacon Rock because music is awesome.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and
yes, it is.
Where'd you get that shirt? Now, was that in Hawaii? Yeah,
This actually did come from Hawaii. As a matter of fact, yeah.
Did it really?
Okay, let's finish this. God, man. This is what happens. It just goes wherever it goes, and I'm just kind of sitting here.
I
going,
did that
really?
on purpose.
And we're not even drinking.
Okay, now hush. All right, now, Joe, just a quick, I know we kind of highlighted on you and being a small business owner, but just real quick.
I am the show's jerk. I'm here
Thank
to
you.
oppose everything that the government stands for, and I'm here to oppose Obama at every turn.
Well,
I
alrighty
run a
then.
pool room, and I hate Democrats.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than that. Okay, Fossa, bring it on, my girlfriend.
I guess I'm the entertainment. I'm kidding.
She's the gorgeous,
I have
voluptuous,
a very
adorable
detailed
blonde.
opinion on many different things, so that's why I'm here. I'm your average
She
Joe.
makes the screen
Joe.
look worth looking at.
Exactly.
Is that why I'm here?
Well, it
There's a lot
Actually,
going on.
I
No
thought you're not giving
brains.
yourself
No, I'm just
enough
kidding.
credit. You're not giving
Actually-
yourself enough credit. Actually, Fossa's a very intelligent, smart lady.
I know.
And
Blonde.
it cracks me up how many people, because I've watched it in action. People, business people and stuff. We've been together on different occasions and different things, and it's just kind of funny to me how people assume, because this is all her real hair, right? And
mine.
it's just gorgeous and natural, and she's
you.
beautiful, and
you.
and so immediately I've been with her on occasions, and I have to laugh. Male business owners, most importantly, are just kind of like,
They don't see me coming.
and they don't even have a clue, and so I kind of like that look right there. And you do that very well, and so it's been kind of an interesting.
we have to
thing.
stop. My head's going to be way too big. I won't be able to get out of this room.
Yeah, right. So it is, one of the things that I like to do, and I've been in media for most of my life and communications in different ways, shape, and form. I like to listen, okay, and I love to learn, okay. And sometimes I think when we spend as much time listening, okay, as we do, trying to put our opinions out there, we will find that we will learn more. Okay, I think I said last week, I'm really getting irritated with media, and I'm going to say it again, just like I said it last week, and I had a lot of people respond to this statement. I felt like a lot of the news programming right now, okay, whether it be your local news or some of the national news, I don't know what happened to the news manager. I think they now have a soap opera writer in place, because I keep getting these headlines, breaking news, and then there's this headline, and so everybody's like, oh my God, and I got to tune in, and sometimes, as much as we want to say that it's a 24/7 news cycle, because we know that there is 24/7 news, we know that we have social media, but just because it's put out there, you might want to wait a little bit.
Doesn't make the story.
It doesn't always make it accurate. Okay, and I would like to say thank you to some responsible reporters lately that I have been calling on them, and yeah, not very nice. But they're actually starting to say this is not a confirmed report. I mean, just tell me the truth. That's all I'm asking for. So when we first started, it gets tough. That's why we're here. Real people, real life. Okay, that's what we do.
We've got a new story today that's been confirmed, and we're going to be going into some depth both today and next week.
Yep,
She said at the start of this is Wichita, Kansas in America. I'm wondering when did we wind up in America?
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. So we do have something that's coming up here, and this is very key to some of our Wichita residents. And it's an increased sales tax. So it's actually going to take us 2 shows to cover tonight. We're going to have Jennifer Basinger with us. Okay, and she's going to be our against the increased sales tax. And then I know we have another gentleman that wasn't available tonight, so we could have both sides in one night, but that's okay, because we're going to be here next week. So we'll give him his chance to say why he's for it.
And I think it's great that we're able to have a long period tonight with Jennifer, and then next week with John.
Right.
Give everybody an opportunity to express their opinion.
Exactly.
We also, on our Facebook page, we've had a lot of our audience who've given us questions. We've been going over those tonight, giving John a shot at those same questions. But anybody who wants to go ahead and participate in this process, get on our Facebook page, Real People, Real Life, and we will definitely want to be using your questions next week.
And of course, don't forget Spotlight on the Local Business. Today I'm excited to say we have Jay Dill here from the Travel Junkie, and I've personally used that company several times and I love them. Okay, we will be right back. Thank you, Jay. We'll be with you in a minute, you guys. Real People, Real Life.
All right.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Saving you money big time and saying thank you, Kansas, for making Credit King Auto Sales the #1 buy here, pay here dealer. #1 for sales, service selection, and customer satisfaction. Right now, our summer blowout sale is going on with, get this, 2 years of free gas only at Credit King Auto Sales at the King's Corner, 31st South and Broadway. Go creditking.com.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and the lowest prices store-wide. For all your special events, your friends at Hammond Liquor have what you need, from beer, wines, spirits, champagne, and more. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Knapp Weaponry is the home of Wichita's newest indoor temperature-controlled shooting range. Mention this ad for 2-for-1 pricing weekdays from noon to 4. Knapp Weaponry is an NRA Business Alliance member that offers NRA and state-certified instruction classes, training, and women's unarmed self-defense classes. We buy and sell new and used guns and offer gunsmith services. Knapp Weaponry offers a free range session with the purchase of a new gun. We also offer transfer services and an array of ammo. Knapp Weaponry, the West Side's best-kept secret.
Karma Connections 1123 East Douglas wants everyone to enjoy awesome karma. From our one-of-a-kind natural healing arts massage therapies to our plant shop now open with specials every day. Unique gifts, one-of-a-kind finds, treasures made by local artists. A must-see, our new line from House of Fur Babies. Our fur babies love some awesome karma too. Check out the Bacon Cave, home of worldwide baconrock.com radio. From our family to yours. Love, peace, natural healing, wonderful giggles, always awesome karma.
At Economy Motors, we know that everything costs more these days. Gas costs more, utilities cost more, groceries cost more. But what's one thing that will not cost you more? Buying your next vehicle with us. Everything we have is priced $12,995 or under. Bad credit, no worries. No crazy gimmicks and no bait and switch. We keep it real. Economy Motors, home of Easy Pay. We've got your back.
Don't worry, please, don't worry, 'cause at Economy Motors, we got your back.
Welcome back to Real Life, Real People, right here from Wichita, Kansas, America. And this is not the designated blonde seat, okay? Although we do have a new blonde, okay? Actually, this is a very nice business lady here in Wichita, Jennifer Basinger. Thank you.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thank you so much for being here today. Tell me a little bit, if you could, please, all right? And then we might have some questions for you, too. What is going on with this proposed sales tax increase?
Yeah, so we've been hearing about it for many months. We knew that the City Council was pondering a 1% sales tax increase, taking us from 7.15 to 8.15 potentially. We never really knew what the plan was, just that something was coming. And certainly, a couple weeks ago, they indeed decided to put it on the November ballot.
I saw that. Wow, that's very interesting that the City Council can say, poof, I'm putting something on the ballot, and a lot of folks are out there trying to get other things on the ballot. And
now they've been out beating the bushes for several months, though, haven't they, with meetings and community input?
That's right, they did. They had several meetings. Many meetings, and I think that a few people went to those meetings. Maybe some of the same people went to many of the meetings. But in the end, it's interesting to me. I hear over and over from people, their voices just weren't heard. So even though the city did have all of these meetings, people still don't feel like their voice was heard.
I keep hearing that too.
No surprise there.
Right.
Yeah,
They've got their agenda figured out, and they don't listen to anybody.
Pretty much. Now, you're actually, is it Coalition for a Better Wichita?
That's right.
That's the organization that is saying no, correct?
That's right.
Okay. Can you tell me a little bit about the coalition? I mean, who's some of the people involved? Where does this, they've got to have some funding, because if you're going to go up against the city on anything and you're opposing the city, I'm going to tell you, you're going to need some funding. So who all's involved? Who's kind of behind the scenes? Who's helping us? And then break it down, because we got some good questions from the audience. So,
Good. So it's a really diverse group.
Okay.
It's interesting to me that I can have people from the far left involved and people from the far right involved, but as any good coalition is, we're all under this big tent together. And so maybe certain people need to stay on opposite ends of the tent.
Oh, yeah, I know how that works.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But that's just it. Okay. So it's business folks, it's community activists, it's retired people, it's senior citizens who don't have another penny to spend.
Right.
All of these folks coming together on this issue for the same reason.
Right. What are you seeing with small business owners?
Small business owners are they're diversified in why they support this. Our business competes primarily online, and so we don't want to send more people online. We do have a small bit of retail at our eBay drop-off store. We want people coming in, not sitting at home in the comfort of their own home on the couch and shopping online. We want people to get up and come out. We don't want the city to make it more expensive to do business in Wichita.
Right.
And that seems to be what's happening.
Okay. I think one of the questions was, this was a good one. Is this going to include an increase on, this was an older person that asked, the cost of their groceries, the cost of their food to feed their families? Is this proposed increase going to affect their grocery budget?
Absolutely will. There's no way the numbers would work any other way. It was brought up at the city council meeting. Senator Michael O'Donnell actually came and testified on that piece in particular, and the city can't separate out groceries anyway, even if they chose to go that route. So yes, groceries taxed too.
Again, it's not about my personal opinion or any of us, our personal opinions, although we may share it with you guys quite often. Especially you.
You're holding back.
You have no opinion, Joe.
Yeah, right.
I sugarcoat things too often. I'm told that quite a bit.
Yeah, right. But I just been out and about talking to a lot of people, and I just haven't found anybody for it. Can you explain to me why somebody would be for this. When we've got so many senior citizens that don't have much of an income right now, and I mean, who is this ultimately going to just hurt the most?
Well, who it'll hurt the most, I think, is working families. Absolutely. Who supports the tax? That remains to be seen.
And I think John, our guest next week, will be more than happy to answer that.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Oh, I can't wait. Okay.
And breaking news, you may or may not have seen, the chamber announced today, just this afternoon, that they officially support the tax. So people who may benefit from the incentives fund may support the tax.
So what type of incentives are we supposedly going to gain from this? I mean, what will the public and the citizens of Wichita garner, period?
So the tax will be divided into 4 categories. There's a chunk for water, a portion for street repair, a portion for this incentives fund, and then a portion for busing. Small amounts for streets and busing, the majority going to water and this incentives fund.
About 80 million, I think, for job development.
Right. And the biggest portion of that even staying among Wichita businesses. I hope they don't give any to my competitors.
More money for the government to waste.
I think in Sunday's paper, the Wichita Eagle, I'm going to just take a wild guess and say they're in favor of it. But just by story placement, here it is on page A1 of the Sunday paper. It talks about a 1-cent sales tax could help fund WSU at facilities. Not that it's a bad thing, but is this the best use of public?
Funded these things for all these years with lower tax rates in the past. That makes
It's
no
a miracle.
sense.
You must have
There's no part of this.
But yet, buried on page B, this is what the city should be doing: fixing a water main.
Yeah.
A water main broke, but 40 businesses took a loss that day because no water. They had to close.
Over and over, I've heard people say we don't have a water problem as much as we have a water management problem.
Exactly.
I think that could.
Well, that's facilities, and that's the part they're going to do. Well, this is street maintenance. $27 million for that. This is from the Wichita Eagle story, but $40 million for public transit.
I have a
$80
nasty
million.
theory on street maintenance. I think Cornejo gets anything that's deemed new construction because they're a minority company, so that they win the bid, so everybody can be politically correct. And then they come in with shoddy work, and then Ritchie has the contract to come in and repair. So that's why everything has to be built twice. And I think that's part of why we have to waste so much money. They've been working on Meridian since I've been alive. And you drive down that road, it's like I've been through smoother minefields when I was in the Marine Corps. It's insane that they have worked on this thing. I mean, there's people that started their first job and retired fixing Meridian.
Yeah.
And they're going to try to tell me that they don't own a map. They can't figure out that when they're working on Meridian, they shouldn't be working on Seneca and West Street at the same time, so that you got to drive to Augusta to go north.
Part of, and I would tell you, as far as public, I'm a board member of Wichita Independent Neighborhoods, and one of the things that every neighborhood association we go to or have meetings, they always talk about street maintenance, and infrastructure on the water and stuff, as we see over here. Don't we pay taxes already, though, to have our streets fixed?
That's exactly what I was going to ask you all. Yeah. That's exactly. I hear that over and over from people. They say, wait a minute, I'm already paying taxes for street maintenance.
Exactly,
already
for street maintenance.
One of the questions that came up is on the water. We're short. This is where the bulk of the money they want to go to is on the water. But yet we hear a lot about the 1% drought. But yet I heard recently, actually, at your panel discussion, about a 2% drought. Well, what's the difference?
Right. So every community, every municipality that provides water is required to have a 2% drought plan. This is for a 1% drought plan.
Is that a federal law or a state law? Or?
State law, I believe.
Okay.
Why would we need to take it one step further and go to a 1% drought plan? I think that's a question that people have, and I don't think we've gotten an effective answer.
Well, aren't the differences between the 1% and the 2% dramatic as far as the funding required to meet those goals?
Well, we have a 2% drought plan now.
That's what I thought. And don't we have water up to 2060 or so, I believe.
That's the key, Dawn. The key is that we are not in a water emergency. But I feel like the city has scared people half to death into thinking that we're on death's doorstep when in reality, we have plenty of time to research this thing out and not make a mistake.
There's the other side of the story that they're not telling. They're putting new pumps in as we speak out there at Cheney. They did not have that project funded before they started, despite what they might say. So now they're in this rush trying to figure out how they're going to compensate for the amount of money they're spending. And when they finally tie in the new pumps, they have to have it in a time when they can shut down the water for an 8-hour period. So at some point, the feed pumps coming to the city of Wichita are going to have to shut down for eight hours. You know, the reason I know this is a lot of the electricians that are working on that project hang out of my club, and they're always complaining about it. They want them to figure out how they're going to phase this in while the old pump's still running. It cannot be done that way. And with the amount of electricity that they're talking about moving over, I wouldn't want these guys trying to move that power over hot, you know. But that's what it is. It's poor management. They don't have no idea what it is they're dealing with, and they put out a good idea, but they don't know what the nuts and bolts for accomplishing that idea may be. And then they drop it on the electrician to figure out how to solve a problem that can't be solved. So.
You know, this is kind of like what I was saying earlier. You know, when we have this big old headline, you know, oh my gosh, you know, here's the breaking news. You know, and it just seems like, you know, the more doom and gloom, okay, or the more they can scare the bejesus out of you, the better they feel about it. You know, and I, for one, am getting really tired of that. You know, I don't think it's right. I don't think it's certainly not fair to take folks that are good working people. They're trying to, you know, feed their families. They're trying to make their house payments. You know, they're just trying to do the right things, okay? Go to dinner maybe once a week, okay? No big deal. They're not living this above, you know, flute in this life or anything. They're just real people. And that's what concerns me, okay, is that there's scare tactics going on. Right. And I don't like that, okay, at all.
Scared? You don't enjoy being scared?
Oh, I say bring it on, because I'll fire back. You know, let's all sit by a campfire. I got good ghost stories.
You didn't go watch Halloween and Freddy Krueger and all that?
Oh, yeah. I'm the one sitting there going,
was that the last city council
Somebody elected city council. That's
right. Robin, are you referring to the salt plume they keep talking about? That's 45, 50 years away. That is slowly creeping towards us. I mean, is the problem the salt plume, or is the problem not knowing how to? I don't know. Am I just a fool thinking, okay, well, let's drill down, pump this crap out, and put it in the ocean? If it's a saltwater plume, if it's a brine plume, why get rid of it? Why let it move towards and kill entire crops?
Why not make use of it? There's brine plants used all over the city right now.
We can use it on the streets when it comes time for snow.
Exactly.
Oh.
Hello. Go on. Okay, score Joey.
That's it. But it's just another reminder that people have really good ideas and they don't feel like their voice can be heard. And I have felt like the city doesn't want to hear those bright ideas. There's a plan in place, although we don't seem to know what it is. It doesn't seem to include our ideas.
Right.
It seems like our government is progressive only to the point where it benefits their pay or the new carpet or the new oak desk in their office.
Weren't we talking about Agenda 21 a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, we were. We were.
Straight to it. It has
and,
to.
you know, we still have to get that. That's the only show we still have to get up on YouTube, so we'll get that taken care of. But we got some other business to take care of right now, and we're going to have Jennifer back with us in just a minute. So, real people, real life. Be right back.
Real People, Real Life is brought to you by these fine sponsors.
Everything costs more these days. Gas costs more, utilities cost more, groceries cost more. But what's one thing that will not cost you more? Buying your next vehicle with us. Everything we have is priced $12,995 or under. Bad credit, no worries. No crazy gimmicks and no bait and switch. We keep it real. Economy Motors, home of Easy Pay. We've got your back.
Don't worry, please, don't worry, 'cause at Economy Motors, we got your back.
Knapp Weaponry is the home of Wichita's newest indoor temperature-controlled shooting range. Mention this ad for 2-for-1 pricing weekdays from noon to 4. Knapp Weaponry is an NRA Business Alliance member that offers NRA and state-certified instruction classes, training, and women's unarmed self-defense classes. We buy and sell new and used guns and offer gunsmith services. Knapp Weaponry offers a free range session with the purchase of a new gun. We also offer transfer services and an array of ammo. Knapp Weaponry, the West Side's best-kept secret.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and the lowest prices store-wide. For all your special events, your friends at Hammond Liquor have what you need, from beer, wines, spirits, champagne, and more. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.
Karma Connections 1123 East Douglas wants everyone to enjoy awesome karma. From our one-of-a-kind natural healing arts massage therapies to our plant shop now open with specials every day. Unique gifts, one-of-a-kind finds, treasures made by local artists. A must-see, our new line from House of Fur Babies. Our fur babies love some awesome karma too. Check out the Bacon Cave, home of worldwide baconrock.com radio. From our family to yours. Love, peace, natural healing, wonderful giggles, always awesome karma.
Credit King Auto Sales is getting better all the time. We're doing it better. We're doing it better all the time.
Saving you money big time and saying thank you, Kansas, for making Credit King Auto Sales the #1 buy here, pay here dealer. #1 for sales, service selection, and customer satisfaction. Right now, our summer blowout sale is going on with, get this, 2 years of free gas only at Credit King Auto Sales at the King's Corner, 31st South and Broadway. Go creditking.com.
Hammond Liquor, home of the coldest beer in town and lowest prices store-wide, wants to remind you of very important savings days. Wine Day, Tuesdays get 20% off. Beer Day, Wednesdays get 10% off. Microbrews and imports. Open till 8 p.m. every Sunday. Hammond Liquor, West Kellogg and Tyler Road.